people are raging furious about the levels of both illegal and legal immigration in this country. I mean, smashing the gangs is clearly failing. It's encouraging the gangs. We've got over 30% more illegal migrants crossing the Channel this year alone.
As a result, business is booming for the asylum king billionaire, a newbie to the Sunday Times rich list. Its contract with the Home Office providing food, accommodation, transport for migrants runs till 2029, estimated to be worth over £7 billion. What a state of affairs. What can we do?
The way to get our economy going is to freeze immigration, get wages up for British workers, train our own people, get our own people who are economically inactive back into work. We've got 9 million people economically inactive in this country.
One of Reform's plans is to create a new department with a minister for deportations.
We've just invented a new government department, more bureaucracy. So I just want to ask you, what would that
maybe you should fire the whole
do?
bunch of incompetent people in the Home Office who are not doing their job properly, OK? It's as simple as that. You've asked me, I'll answer it for a third time. We will remove people who are here illegally and we will remove foreign criminals from our jails. I hope that is crystal clear.
A weary Home Office minister reveals her plans for reducing migration.
You want to bring it down from 500,000? Do you want to get it down below the Chancellor, the ONS OBR estimate of 340,000? What would you feel comfortable with? What sort of number?
What we're going to do, however, we are very clear, we need to bring net migration substantially down. It is currently falling, but we need to go much further. That's what the plan is about.
We have heard it all before. A number eludes all parties. The only clue from Labour is substantially down. Anything else brewing, Minister?
So we're going to set out new procedures. We'll set out more information on this later in the year. We're going to set out new procedures and develop new procedures to make sure that the Home Office is actually notified when crimes are committed that aren't custodial sentences. At the moment, the Home Office doesn't even know.
I thought we were going to hear the new plans this week. I mean, we're going to wait for
let me tell you something.
Labour has had 14 years to compile policies, still not sorted. Not good enough, Minister. Let's listen to what the Tories have to say.
There was a Zimbabwe paedophile who should have been deported back to Zimbabwe under UK law, but a UK judge, using the Human Rights Act, said, no, if he goes back to Zimbabwe, he might face some hostility. And this dangerous paedophile has therefore been allowed to stay in the UK, where he might continue to offend. What
you're asking Parliament to do is to remove a group of people who are asylum seekers, immigrants of one kind or another, to remove their rights under the Human Rights Act. That's what you want to do.
I'm saying that for that group who have often entered the country illegally or are foreign citizens who have committed an offence, we should not be seeing them stay in this country under judges ever-expanding interpretations of human rights legislation which defy common sense. It should be for Parliament to set those
when judges
parameters.
get it wrong, you just want to change the law.
I'm proposing to change the law so that Parliament decides where these lines are drawn, not judges who stretch the elastic further and further and further to the point that it defies common sense and we can't control our own borders, and that is not acceptable.
Labour's immigration white paper was presented to the House of Commons yesterday.
The Home Secretary refused to say whether her proposals to reform indefinite leave to remain, briefed to the media as a tough new crackdown, will apply to immigrants who are already here. If it doesn't apply to people already here, it makes a mockery of the very idea of reform. So will she answer very clearly, will the new rules apply to existing immigrants or just those coming in future?
Secretary. We want the settlement rules to be amended as swiftly as possible and to be able to apply widely, but we will consult on the detail, and it is right that we do so. And I would also say to him, this is one of just many things that we are needing to do to clear up the chaos that his party left.
Conservative Secretary for Justice Robert Jenrick says on X this will be a white flag for more mass migration, legal and illegal. Not only that, for the boats to keep coming and our borders to stay open. Illegal migration is one of the public's top issues. All parties are negligent when it comes to controlling and containing illegal migrants. The Reform Party, led by the Pied Piper and Nigel Farage, are attracting voters like never before. Caution is needed. They have never governed. How they control the local councils will be the biggest test yet. Can reform deliver what all of the parties have failed to do? Stop the boats. That is the 1% question defining their future. Funny old game, politics.